welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jennifer, and today we're going to be looking at and trying out the Pat McGrath Bridgerton collection. If you're not familiar with Bridgerton, is a show on Netflix that's wildly popular, and obviously Pat McGrath has done a collab with Netflix in the Bridgerton series, and it's, as she describes it, as sort of a modern day romantic glow to her products that have come out for this collection. The entire collection is currently sold out online. However, there is a wait list that you can join. I'm just checking it, make sure that it's still there. Yes, you can join a wait list. So I'm assuming that the products are going to come back if you're going to join a wait list. That would make sense. The eyeshadow palette is Diamond of the First Water. And this is what the packaging looks like. You know, when I was looking at this, I wondered why I was as drawn to it as I was, because these shades aren't really my shades in particular, but I realized when I got the packaging, these flowers, the lavender roses, are the roses that I had for my wedding. And there's a particular name for the roses, and I forget what they're called, but they're lavender roses that don't have thorns. They're a particular breed of roses. Anyway, I should remember, but it was a while ago. So anyway, I think that's what did it. I think it was the light blue, purple, and then the lavender roses to the packaging that just brought me in. So this is the outside packaging of the box. We'll go into all the details. And then I did pick up the two highlighters, the Skin Fetish Sublime Skin highlighters in Incandescent Gold and Extreme Gold. And they have the same outside packaging, and the covers of the highlighters have the Bridgerton emblem on them, Pat McGrath and Bridgerton. There's also a trio, 2 blushes and a highlighter, which I did not pick up. In that is 2 blushes that currently exist. It's Cherish and Nymphette. I have Nymphette, I don't have Cherish. Cherish is a very bright pink. I'll make sure there's a picture up of the different products. And then there's the Divine Glow highlighter in Venus Nectar. Venus Nectar is one of the few highlighters by Pat McGrath that I do not have. So I was really tempted to pick up this trio, but like I said, I already have Nymphette, so I felt like I was warring with myself back and forth. So anyway, I did not pick it up, but I might put myself on the wait list to get it, the trio, because Venus Nectar was introduced in the trio that came out for the holiday. So Venus Nectar was in that trio, which also had existing blush shades in there. So actually I gave it away for my giveaway, one of my Feisty Festivus giveaways. Didn't buy one for myself, but I did do it as a giveaway. So I haven't decided whether I'm going to pick it up or not. It's kind of hard when you already own one of the products in a trio. I'm kind of like, but at the same time, it might be good for travel, because then I would have 2 shades and a highlighter. But I'll be honest, the Cherish shade I think would just be too bright for me, but basically I'm going back and forth and talking myself into buying it. So anyway, so let's go over the products that I did pick up. The Diamond of the First Water is, I think, probably the star of the show. This is the eyeshadow palette. Iconic Ingenue, Art of the Swoon, Regency Store, Plum Regalia, Duchess Divinity, and Love Match. You can see they're really pretty shades. I think these shades are, really beautiful. I'd also say that I think I could use the pinker shades as blush on me. We're gonna see, but it's Pat McGrath, so I'm sure the shades are pretty. I'm probably gonna use the Artistry wand with the blue glitter shade, which I'll show you in just a second. This shade right here, I think could definitely be blush on me. Here is the blue silver kind of topper shade right there. That's what I'm probably going to use the Artistry wand on. I feel like it's going to do well with that. And you can see, if you've watched my channel before, you can see why I was hesitant to pick this up at first, because these aren't my shades. These aren't really like the color stories that I love. But I think it was the lavender flowers that just brought me in. I was like, oh, And those are my favorite roses. So, all right, that is the color story. You can see it's very, I think the word would be like gothic romance kind of thing. Lots of pink, which is not really my thing. When I do this look, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna concentrate more on these shades, and I can work this one in, but I think this one, I'm not gonna do a lot with on my eye. And maybe I'll actually take some of that and do it on my cheek. In fact, let's see how that would work. I will also show you the Nymphette blush, which is in the trio, in case you're interested in it. So this is the really bright, this is the bright B shade. I think that's Love Match. Yeah, that's Love Match. I'm gonna take a very tiny amount. Pat McGrath shades, whether it's blush or eyeshadow, are usually very pigmented. So I try to be careful with them. You can see how bright that is, just me like touching it to my face. So that's why I didn't pick up Cherish, because Cherish actually looks like it could be a little bit like that. So I don't know, I'm gonna go back and forth on this trio for this entire video. I don't wanna bore you with that. All right, so that's like that deep pink shade on my face, because I just don't think I'm gonna use that on my eye. It's just not, it's not me. Nymphette is actually very much me, and I love the shade, and I've talked about it a million times. And when I use this brush, this is a Sonia G Classic Crease Brush, I actually go in very lightly with it. This brush is this gives more pigment than like some of my softer brushes, so I actually, you know, I sort of stamp with this brush. You can see, like, Nymphette is not even a bright color, and it's very bright on me. So I usually use a very, very soft brush, one of the Chikuhoda brushes, but I wanted you to see it on my face, because usually the way I do it, it's very, very light, and then you can't really see the shade. All right, I buffed that in just a little bit so it didn't look, you know, so stark. And highlighters, we have several highlighters today. We've got the Extreme Gold 002, which is, this is bright, guys. I mean, that is gold. You're looking for gold, that's gold. I'm gonna actually probably use that somehow on my eye, maybe inner corner or something. Look at that. That's a stunning shade. I don't think that's gonna work on my face, but on my, I mean like my cheeks, but my eye, yeah. And this is 002, this is Incandescent Gold, which I think has definitely a gold, it's gold, but it has like a white gold. Yeah, that's really, really pretty. I'll put that on my face, but I could also use, I could use either one of these on my eye. And because I don't have the Nectar, Venus Nectar, whatever it was called, I had the name a minute ago, I wanted to pull out the Lunar Nude, which came out, I think this was the holidays, or right before the holidays. And I do like the shade, I think it's really pretty. And it has more of like a peach, which is what the other one looked to be a little bit more like when I saw swatches, the one I don't have. So, okay, let's try to mix in most of the colors so that you can see them all. I know there's tons of people doing reviews on this, which actually is a good thing, so you can see different people using it in different ways. I look like I did when I was a kid, because my hair, this is my natural like wavy hair, not straight hair, and big pink cheeks, because like it's freezing cold outside here in Boston. Today's actually a little bit warmer. I think we're up to like 30, and I'm gonna use this shade, this pink shade, and when I go outside, this is what I look like, because my cheeks get very pink very quickly. All right, so we're gonna take this pink shade and use it kind of as a transition, a little bit of a transition. It's a pretty color. It's not that it's not pretty. It reminds me actually a lot of the Mineral Pink Dior trio, the middle shade in that trio, actually. It's almost identical to this shade. I don't know if the formula is the same. The one in the Dior is more, has more shine, more sheen to it. This has like an opalescence. This one seems to be a matte. It's a very creamy matte. The formula so far is, you know, very much Pat McGrath. Really pretty. If you like pink, that's gonna be your shade. That and the other pink shade. Let's take this shade here. Let's take the shade on the lid. Let's take a little bit of this shade. Let's take this shade and use it as liner. All right, let's take the Artistry, what is this called again? Artistry wand. Have I used up so much of it that it no longer comes out? Small brush, I'm gonna take this blue on the inner, bluish silver. And then I'm going to take a little bit more of this blue. It's more of like a silvery blue. I think the Artistry wand makes a big difference in having that blue or iridescent blue show up. I'm going to take a little more of this purple shade, kind of run it into that. I'm going to take it on my finger and just place it over the look, because I think what it does over the rest of it, if you don't have that wand, is just like a nice light topper. With the wand, you can see it's much more. Let's take a little bit of this. I think this is the incandescent. Yeah, incandescent gold. I don't think the yellow quite works with it, but I think the incandescent does. Let's put some of the highlighter on the face. I'm gonna use a very soft brush. This is the Chikuhodo KZ03 cheek highlighter brush. I'm gonna take the incandescent, which is the whiter of the two, and just lightly go over. Yeah, I mean, this is super pigmented. If you like a bright blush, this will do it. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of this one. This is the, I always forget the names of things. This is the Extreme Gold. Let's just see what, I mean, I think it's gonna be way too much, but let's just see what it looks like. Yeah, it's it's very yellow, but yeah, I mean, if you're looking for a, I'm gonna use this on my eyes in the future. If you're looking for a bright yellow, really gold, I mean, that is it. Okay, full face on now. A little bit of gloss, a little bit of mascara, but that's all I added. So, you know, as I said in the intro, these aren't really my shades. The shades in the Diamond of the First Water, they are really pretty. They're just, I'm not usually like a pink purple kind of person, but I will say two things. One, this shade I absolutely love. This is my favorite. Love, love, love this. And I could see me using this a lot because I do like a good like purple, and this is a gorgeous, gorgeous shimmery. It's got like a lilac, but it also has like a deeper purple shade. I don't know. I just really like this shade. That's my favorite. Absolutely love that one. The other shades are good quality. They went on beautifully. I have nothing bad to say about the formula. It's just the shades aren't really me because I don't really like pink. So again, if you like a romantic palette, you know, pinks and purples, I think you'll really enjoy this. This shade here is the interesting one in my opinion, because I think a lot of people were attracted to this palette because of this shade. And this shade is very much a topper shade. It's, you know, it's iridescent and it's beautiful. But I think to get the full feel for this shade, as you can see when I just, and I'll do it for you on camera, when I just try to build it, yes, you can build it, but it's really a topper shade. And so you need to put a shadow underneath it for this shade to really do anything, or like to look as blue as it's gonna look. Or you need to use the artistry wand or something like it to really bring that shade, to give it what, to like really, to really have it like it's at its best. I think it's a beautiful shade. It's like, it's almost like a lavender because it's got a purple undertone to it, and it's really pretty. And I actually am looking forward to trying this on the eye with other products. There's a couple of new palettes that I have that I want to try out. And I think if I use them and then use this shade on top, it's going to be really, really pretty. But I don't think that bluish lavender shade really shows up as much on its own, just by itself. It's a beautiful topper, but it's not like a rich, thick shade, if you know what I mean. Like it's not opaque. And I think you need to put something down underneath it for it to come out, which is what I did on the eyelid. And then on the inner corner, sort of through my crease, what I used was the artistry wand, which I think makes it really beautiful. I think it really gives it a beautiful look. But I wouldn't say that it's there by itself, which maybe is what it's meant to do. Maybe you are supposed to, you know, use something with it to bring it out. But I do think it's really pretty. The highlighters, they are pigmented highlighters. This is a shade, I'm just gonna tell you right now, I'm probably never gonna use this on my face. This is gonna be for my eyes. It's a beautiful gold, and it's, you know, it's a stunning gold. It kind of reminds me of one of her eye shades, and I can't remember what the name of it is right now. Galactic gold, something like that. Because it's just a true yellow gold, and I think on the eye it's gonna be stunning. But it's just not, it's not the right shade for my face because my undertones are just much too cool. This one, however, is gonna be a favorite. I can already tell. This is great for my skin tone. I would say for a lot of people's, because it's kind of a neutral. Like it's got some warm leaning to it, but it's not super yellow. It's more of a whitish gold, and I think this would go great on the eye. I think this would go great on your face. This yellow one, I think Extreme Gold, is only gonna work if you're looking for a really warm shade. It's beautiful, it's stunning. It's just more of a, you know, preference thing. And then the one that comes in the trio, I still haven't decided what I'm gonna do. I might, you know, get on the wait list and pick it up. We'll see. Because I'm sure it's beautiful. It's just that I don't, you know, I need to talk to myself about like, how much do I really need? How many highlighters do I really have? And do I really need another one? The lip gloss, by the way, is Pat McGrath, and it's Faux Real. That's the shade. And the liner is Structure, I think. Did I use Structure? Yeah, Structure. And I think I'd probably do a pinker one with this look. I was originally being like, oh, let's just go neutral, which is why I did the Faux Real, but with the Structure, it ends up being a little bit browner, so I think I would go like with a pinker shade, but other than that, I mean, I think it looks good. Yeah, it's Pat McGrath, guys. I mean, yes, I think it's beautiful. Whether or not you want it, I think really depends on what you already have in your collection and how into highlighters you are, because these are stunning, no doubt. And the formulas, they're very pigmented. And then for the, you know, for the eyeshadow, if you like these shades, if these are the shades that you wear all the time and you really love this color story, then I think it's very good. I think it's really beautiful. Will I be reaching for it a lot? Probably not, I have to be honest. But the shade Duchess Divinity and the Regency Blue. This is Duchess Divinity, which is my favorite. And Regency Blue will probably be shades that I use because this shade I love. And this shade is just really different as a topper. And if I'm doing something like the artistry one, it does create an amazing effect. So that's not like anything else I have in my collection that I can think of. So those two I'll definitely use in the future. The pinks and purples that are in there, maybe. Okay, I think that's it for today, guys. This will be the last video, I think, or maybe one of the last few videos where my hair is long. I'm getting it all cut off very soon. Thank goodness. This is too much hair. If you have any requests about Pat McGrath, anything you want to see, or anything else, certainly let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I really do appreciate it. I hope to see you in another video really soon.